Hello, I'm Creature Hunt Guy, and welcome back to another Godzilla review. Well, sort of. I'll get to that. But first, let me explain why I'm on the floor. Well, that's because my favorite chair and my favorite spot of the room is being used for something else. So in the meantime, I'm going to sit right here and do my review, which is going to be a little hard since this camera is actually quite short. But that's okay because I've got a new figure and all is well with the world. Actually, I've been meaning to do this video for a while. It's actually 1999 Gamera from Gamera Revenge Virus. But why haven't I done a Gamera before? I don't know. Because he's like my second favorite Godzilla monster, or monster in general, ever, of all time. I mean, I love him. I love turtles and I love this guy. I mean, he's a giant turtle. That breathes fire and flies like a flying saucer. What could you not love about that whole thing? But let's take a look at this guy. The one from the 1999 movie, the last of the Gamera trilogy movies. How does it hold up? So let's first take a look at this old hunched over turtle. Let's look at his paint scheme. Okay, so as far as paint goes, I'm not really sure if it's totally movie accurate. See, the thing is, I've never actually seen Gamera Revenge Virus, which I do regret, but I want to see those movies in order, and the second one's hard to find, so until then, I've not seen it. But as far as I can tell, the shell looks a bit bright to be movie accurate. I mean, it still looks cool and everything, but it just doesn't look like it did on the screen. As far as his belly, or plastron, goes, if you want to be scientific, is nice gold on there, but I have to complain a little bit about this because it looks like it's just sprayed on, which I thought by this time Bandai had been done with that, but apparently not. Because down here as well, you can see at the very tip of his tail, there's a little bit of sprayed paint as well. It's just green, just kind of sprayed on there. I don't know why they changed their methods of doing this for the Gamera movies, but apparently they did, and, well, it shows. Not too much, because this is a very outstanding looking guy otherwise, but it does show. As far as the black coat goes, it's actually a pretty good black. It's just Godzilla colored, sort of charcoaly color. I love the eyes in there. They're that same sort of turquoise color, which totally goes for a sea monster turtle thing. And it totally works in him. Green turquoise color, love it. Yeah, it's great. But yeah, gold belly is okay, but like I said, it kind of gets sprayed up there, but it's kind of a minor detail. And on the toes, once again, the white kind of splurges onto the feet, but you can see the color of the feet well, I think you can. You can see the color of the toes right on there. Some sort of a off-whitish color. The black paint shows through the white, so it makes it look a little off-whitish, which is okay, or it would be okay if it didn't actually kind of get mushed together, because once again, it's just sprayed on there like no one's business. But that doesn't seem to get in the way too much if you don't look at it too closely. But otherwise, it does kind of get in the way. It's kind of a bummer. But they did release this thing like 2 other times, so I'll be doing them later as well. We'll be comparing them later. Now for detail, which this is a little bit better of an area for this guy because he's very detailed, let me tell you. Let's just get a zoom in here on him. Now, while the paint scheme may not be very good or very movie accurate, the detailing and sculpting is very movie accurate. In fact, I'd say it's exactly spot on. Because as you can see here, his overall look of intent just kind of comes across so very well. And all of the I don't know what that is, fins on the back of his head, I guess. They're very cool. Makes him look kind of like a rooster, but I don't care because it looks neat. I don't think turtles don't actually have that on their head, but it is very nice nonetheless, making them look sort of streamlined and everything. Of course, giant turtles don't have tusks either, so, and there are giant turtles, so there you go. But the face, I just love the face. It's just so old and haggard and worn, but it's also very, like, he could still kill you and rip your guts out if he wanted to, and that's exactly what he's gonna do. I just love the way it looks on there. Very good. He's almost looking off to the corner of his eye like, you know, yeah, I see you over there. Now, everything else, well, that's pretty good too. It looks kind of like reminds you of a 90-year-old man's skin though. It's kind of old and wrinkly. Of course, I guess that's kind of what they were going for in the movie, so it definitely comes across. It definitely looks old and ancient looking. The spikes down here don't look so great because of the paint, but you know, they're still same amount of spikes, so that they didn't mess that up. As for the belly down here, the plastron looks pretty cool. Got the, I don't know, patterns on there. Looks pretty neat. There's where he opens up his stomach apparently and suits things. I haven't seen the movie, like I said. Really wish I would, because otherwise Gamera movies aren't all that great in my opinion. But anyway, yeah. So this one, these wrinkly old tail, and got the plates on the back. Very cool. And oh yeah, on the back here, it just look how shiny it is. I mean, once again, it's like not really movie accurate as far as I can tell. It may be, because I've never seen the movie, so I can't say for sure. But from what I've seen, it just doesn't really look that movie accurate. It may be, though. But it looks very cool nonetheless. I mean, just shiny and everything. It looks metallic almost. And got the nice grooves in there. Looks totally awesome and heavy. It looks very hefty and burly. Very cool indeed. Now, as far as articulation goes, surprisingly, especially for a turtle, this guy's actually quite well articulated. So taking a look at his head here, it actually moves. All the wrinkles and all, just a little bit, just wobbles a little bit. Not posable or anything, but it still moves. Then the arms, they're crazy posable. They move in and out, like this. YMCA. Get it? Funny. Anyway. And on the tail, yeah, tail moves pretty good, that's good. On legs move quite well. So yeah, you got all the standard articulation plus a little bit more, and makes him look pretty good. Can't get him into too many crazy poses though, because of his, well, or because he's a turtle. He's hunched over and just kind of just stands there. But that's okay, because he still looks neat, and he doesn't need posability to be able to look awesome. Now, let it definitely be said, never be said, that I don't like Gamera, because he is like one of my favorites monsters of all time, and I love him. So I will definitely be doing more Gamera reviews in the future. I don't know why I haven't done any so far, but I definitely will be. But right now, I don't have any Gauss or anything like that to compare him to, but I do have Godzilla 2005. Kind of the same era, not really, but you know. I can sort of see these two going up together. Certainly not that one from the other movie, which will remain silent. But this one definitely looks like he could take on an old Godzilla here. They both look about equal strength and intent, and I don't know. They just look cool. I've actually never compared these two guys together before, but looking at them now, they actually look like they actually go together, surprisingly. Although there's about, 6 years difference. But still, I like it. I think it looks good. One other thing. Something I usually do that I forgot to do was to look at the tag here. And as we're zooming in on here, you can see that this Gamera, which is the first release of this mold, was released as its own series because of the Gamera Revenge of Iris movie. And actually it looks pretty neat. Pretty cool artwork here. You got #1 up there, because it's Gamera. Looks like they're kind of, I don't know what that is. Looks like the G-force sign, but it's Gamera, so it's the G-force sign. And then on the sign here, on the front here, you got Gamera, and then on the inside, you got stuff, and on the outside, you got a really, really cool negative picture of Gamera. I don't know where that came from, but it looks very awesome. Very cool indeed. So yeah, I'd say this is probably the coolest version of Gamera. I kind of like the 95 version. There's kind of a soft spot for him, but I really do like this one as well. I think it's probably the best. Looks like it could do the most damage anyway. Let's say that. So yeah, definitely think it's cool. Definitely worth picking up. At least one. So like I said, this Gamera has been released a couple of times actually. First, this one. This is the first release, but it was also released again in the Movie Monster series. And then it was also released again in the Movie Monster series, but with the little updated paint and everything. And I'll be reviewing those later as they come on, but for right now, this is the first one. Now, of the three, I can't really say which to get most. I mean, this one is probably going to be more valuable and a little bit more expensive, but not too much. I was surprised. It wasn't really that expensive. It's actually kind of cheap. Comparatively speaking, anyway, to all the other Gameras that are very expensive. And that's kind of a bummer. But I definitely recommend getting one of these guys because The mold's actually pretty good. It's actually really quite nice. It does look pretty movie accurate despite the crazy colors. But would you hold out for maybe getting one of the ones from the movie Monster series? Maybe so. Maybe so. We'll take a look at him as they come. But as for now, I'd say definitely get Gamera 99 because he's definitely worth it. And that's just all I can say. I love Gamera, and if you do too, then you owe it to yourself to get at least one of these versions of him. So I'm Creature Hunt Guy. This is Gamera 99, and I'm sorry for the delay of all the videos not really been coming. I kind of skipped my last Friday. Oops. But final tests and everything, you know, school stuff. But hopefully I should be doing it back in the saddle again, and I'll see you sometime. Just bear with me. I'm not Gamera. This is Gamera. I'm Creature Hunt Guy, and I'll see you later.